What is up, brother? We were talking in a circle in emergency channel about this Brett short. I'm going over it. It was a very nice trade. Let's get into it. Someone was saying Brett confirmed Model 1 distribution going over into Model 2. I will go over in depth as well because I have a slightly different opinion in this. And Brett confirmed the tap. Alright, perfect analysis in the emergency channel of the circle. I'm gonna delete this and I'm gonna trade this like a real trade because when I go back in time, I can see on a higher time frame we grabbed amazing liquidity, because when I go even on a higher time frame you can see all those highs back here, this is a major liquidity point. What will be even more amazing, look at this is a major liquidity point. All right, more amazing would be to take out this high. This is a major liquidity point before you make a big inefficiency right there. All right, so major liquidity point goes on the chart and you trade the range. All right, what looks more like a range? Does this look more like a range or does this look more like a range? Personally, I like this way more as my range. This is a way better range than this whole area. All right, so I personally did draw my range in the beginning from high to low from this point. Yes, that's true. But for now, for the Wyckoff target, for this trade with no confluence of USDT or Bitcoin, that's very, very clear, because if it had confluence, I would have targeted this low. But for this trade, this is going to be my range I'm going to use. Is it valid to also use this range? Yes, it's also valid to use this range. Do I like it more that you had time displacement right here, sideways action right here? Yes, I like that more. So I'm gonna only use this trade because this was beautiful sideways action within the range. You see the sideways action? All right, good. We're using this range. We grabbed liquidity. We made a higher high. So I see that this more is market structure, low, high, pretty quick. So this was market structure for me. Here was the range beginning. High to low, and we are watching for this range to be taken out. Let's play it because the range isn't taken out yet. So let's take out that range. And there we go, we're taking out the range, indeed rejecting, grabbing that liquidity and going low. Where's the tap 3 POI? And this is going to be very interesting because this is new and this is something I haven't said in another video yet, because the POI was a bit hard. It was very hard. On the 2 minute you had your extreme supply POI. And yes, this is extreme supply because this is the only last candle which went up and leaving an inefficiency behind. And you can immediately see what I like about it. It's exactly at that tap 1 POI. You see that tap 1 POI? Because that tap 1 is not a POI, but you see the high of the tap 1 right there is in the middle of that. So what will be amazing? To deviate it high, break structure, and enter the trade with your stop here, target lower. You deviated tap 1 because you had that extreme supply on the 2 minute and you deviated that tap 1. That makes it valid. And then we're gonna watch where is your entry, and you see structure going up right there, making a higher low, because these are 2 candles going lower, these are 2 candles going higher. So this is valid structure and then going lower. So what do you have here? You have your market structure. So this is gonna be your break off structure. Your entry is gonna be below the break of structure. Break of structure is broken right there, so your entry is gonna be right there. Stop goes above the high and you target the range low. And when you have an insane RR like this, because the RR is literally insane, it was like a 9 RR, it was nuts. Your entry would have been a bit lower because you would have felt less good because you had to be very quick. So your entry would have been right here for a 6.5 RR. And when price ends up taking all this liquidity right there, your first TP could have been right here to de-risk your position and to let price go lower, right? Because when it's fully de-risked, you don't really care about the trade anymore and you can just move on. And then you just have short exposure, because a lot of people have only long exposure. It's very nice to have short exposure to have to win on multiple sides of the market. So now it's played in real time and you can see price going lower. I expect these lows to get taken out for sure, and I expect this range low to be taken out as well. Doesn't matter because the trade is already de-risked and stop is not trailed. Stop goes still above the third tap, because price can go higher, mitigate supply and go lower. Yes, it still can. So that's no problem. Just stick to the plan. And this is my Wyckoff target. I know a lot of people are targeting this as well. You could leave a runner open, but with my Bitcoin thesis of preferably going higher in Bitcoin, I would fully TP right there. Guys, that was the video. And see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.